In the vibrant village of Ikorodu, nestled between lush green hills and a sparkling river, there lived a boy named Adisa. Adisa was the first son of a respected family, but he was often ignored by his mother and the kingsmen. Instead, they favoured his younger brother Tunde. Tunde was always given the best clothes, the best food, and the most attention. Adisa, on the other hand, was left to fend for himself. Adisa's mother, Mama Ayo, believed Tunde was special and destined for great things. She didn't see the quiet strength in Adisa, who often helped the villagers with their chores and was kind to everyone. The kingsmen, who were the village leaders, also favoured Tunde because he was charming and outgoing. They chose Tunde to perform a sacred family rite, an important ceremony that was believed to bring blessings to the family and the village. As the day of the ceremony approached, strange things began to happen in Ikorodu. The river that provided water for the village started to dry up. The crops in the fields withered and the animals became restless. The villagers were worried and turned to the kingsmen for answers. But the kingsmen had none. One night, as Adisa was sleeping, he had a vivid dream. In the dream, an old man with wise eyes and a long white beard appeared before him. The old man told Adisa that the village was in danger because the wrong person was chosen for the sacred rite. "You must go to the ancient cave in the forest," the old man said. "There, you will find what you need to save your village." Adisa woke up with a start. He knew he had to follow the old man's advice, but he was afraid. The forest was dark and full of unknown dangers, but he also knew that the village depended on him. Summoning all his courage, Adisa set out for the forest at dawn, carrying only a small lantern and a brave heart. The journey through the forest was long and treacherous. Adisa heard strange noises and saw shadows moving among the trees. But he kept going, driven by the desire to save his village. Finally, after what seemed like hours, he found the ancient cave. It was hidden behind a thick curtain of vines. Taking a deep breath, Adisa pushed the vines aside and entered the cave. Inside, the cave was dark and cold. Adisa's lantern flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. He walked deeper into the cave, his heart pounding in his chest. Suddenly he saw a faint glow ahead. As he approached, he saw that the glow was coming from a small pool of water. Floating above the pool was the same old man from his dream. "Welcome, Adisa," the old man said. "You have shown great bravery in coming here. Now, you must complete a task to prove your worthiness." The old man pointed to a large stone at the edge of the pool. "Lift that stone and place it in the centre of the pool," he instructed. Adisa approached the stone. It was heavy and rough, and he struggled to lift it. His arms ached and his legs shook, but he didn't give up. With a final burst of strength, he lifted the stone and placed it in the centre of the pool. As soon as he did, the water began to glow brightly, and a warm light filled the cave. "You've done well, Adisa," the old man said. "Now take this water and return to your village. Pour it into the river, and the blessings will be restored." He handed Adisa a small, intricately carved bowl filled with the glowing water. Adisa carefully carried the bowl back to the village. When he reached the river, the villagers had gathered, looking worried and anxious. Adisa stepped forward and poured the glowing water into the river. Instantly the river began to flow again, clear and sparkling. The crops in the fields started to green and the animals calmed down. The villagers cheered and thanked Adisa. Mama Ayo and the kingsmen realised their mistake in neglecting Adisa. They saw his strength, bravery, and the kindness he had always shown. From that day on, Adisa was no longer ignored. He became a respected and loved member of the village, and the blessings of the sacred rite brought prosperity and happiness to Ikorodu.